welcome back to Trim the Fat, a podcast designed to help us on our emotional, our physical, and our spiritual journey. Today I have Shatina, my co-host, with me today. It is 2025. We want to get back into it, and thanks for watching. I just want to say hey and happy 2025.
I know, right?
I can't believe it's been some time. So it's been what, four, five, almost 5 months that we've talked, and people probably forgot about us.
They ain't forget about we so amazing.
But we're gonna get the momentum going because we want to touch some more people. But first of all, I just want to catch up and say something, because always at the beginning of 2025 we want to see new things and do new things. What's some of the new things you're incorporating into Shatina's life? This is just me being nosy.
Patience, discipline, and self-control.
This is deep. Patience,
discipline, and self-control.
Okay, I've tried all of those.
How did you?
Numerous times. But my patience did get better after I had my daughter.
Okay.
Self-control, I keep telling myself that is a never-ending journey. What else?
Definitely.
Discipline.
Discipline.
But I'm doing good with some aspects of discipline.
Right. You know, it starts off small and we work our way up. It's hard. I'm like, mine is mostly my eating.
Yeah, let's talk about eating, because everybody's right now on that. It's new year, new me. And then it dies
it's
off.
It's going to last, though.
No, but it dies off. Everybody knows that. How many years we everybody been doing a new year, new me? Every year
Forever?
we do a new year, new me, and we say, oh, we're going to be on this diet, we're going to do this, or we're cutting out carbs, we're cutting out pork, we're cutting out this, and then what?
Going. I did good last year for 6 months. I did good. And towards the end, life kind of got a little, stressful. I kind of lost my balance with a few things. But I've been off to a good start. I make my bed every morning.
That's new for you?
That's new for me.
Okay. I don't make mine every morning.
I make my bed every morning.
Sometimes. Okay.
Like when you come home to a made up bed and it's like
it feels
the
good.
Mental clarity. Yeah, like I love it. The sweets, that she got a grip on me. Sugar, cake, cookie, ice cream, M&Ms. That's all,
Yeah, we got the M&Ms over there. I just don't eat chocolate, but cake, cookies.
I'm jealous.
I like, everybody likes crumble cookies. I like crumble. I like crumble. But a lot of people, they hate on insomnia cookies.
I love insomnia too.
They're different. So people like, if you like insomnia, why, you're not going to like crumble. I like both, but I like insomnia better.
I love insomnia because the cookies are warm with the ice cream in the middle and you smash it together.
And we sitting here talking about we're trying to do better. Wait a minute, but I'm getting excited about, I want to go get one. There's another one in Nashville, Tiff's Treats. Have you ever had that?
But I've heard about it.
So good.
I've heard about it.
And I saw it on DoorDash one time while I was in Memphis. I was like, wait, Tiff's Treats in Memphis? So I guess they can deliver or
from
ship.
Nashville?
Or ship or something. So, but let's not talk about that. For those that's trying to lose weight and cut the carbs and sugar, sorry about that.
It's okay. We're with you.
We are, because I'm, discipline. Everybody got something different. So I don't know what my 3 things, I don't have that, but I do. Last year I had a word. My word was forward.
Oh, okay.
This year I was talking about words with some of my staff. I really didn't write it down, because more things we've been talking about is like prayer life, improving our prayer life, to see how that works and how we can incorporate that. But I guess I need to think of my word for this year. I usually have a word, and
I can't even remember my word, but I'm rolling with Transformation Nation. They going with focus.
Focus is good. I think focus is good. I guess focusing on certain aspects of your life that you want to change.
Yeah, and cut out the distractions.
Ooh.
Because when you're tunnel vision and you're focused on the thing, you got blinders to everything around you but that thing that you're focused on.
That's
be
true.
It whatever goal it is, be it whatever you're trying to obtain in life, like focus.
Okay, so this is good. So I'm going to let one of my friends hear this, because we were on the phone the other night, and she was saying how she's 48, right? And she was saying how she's in a job that she doesn't really like. She's in a relationship, separated marriage-ship that she's not really happy with. Her kids are grown, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why people call me and ask for advice. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to just...
You're a very relatable person.
I guess I'm just supposed to listen. I don't know. But so she was telling me about this, and I was like, she was like, I just don't get anything done for me. And my suggestion, I asked, I said, you want my suggestion? I said, redirect your thoughts. Redirect what you focus, like you just said.
But that's so much easier said than done.
Right, because it's a habit. She's been on those same things for 25 some years. Her job 25 years, the marriage 25, been wanting it out, So I said, okay, let's redirect your focus. But one of the things that she said, she was like, well, I'm at this age now. It matters. That's one thing that I try to express to people. I don't care. People don't know, they don't really know your age until you tell them. But when you say, okay, I'm 47, I'm 48, I'm 55, it's no use. I don't think that. I've never thought that.
You're doom and gloom. You've written yourself off before you've even really got started. There was a article on Facebook that showed all of the people that had achieved success after 40s. Colonel Sanders, KFC after 40s. Like, it's so many
Vera
people.
Wang, I think Vera Wang was a designer that came, one of those designers after 40, some after 50. So age does not,
it's
let it
limited
restrict
beliefs.
us. Yeah.
Limited beliefs. Why are we limiting ourselves? I'm rereading the book, The Mountain Is You, and she said you can only be as happy as you allow yourself to be. Sometimes when you get so happy, it's like, oh, I'm getting too happy. Let me bring myself back. Let me stop. I'm doing too much. Why? Why can't we allow ourselves to be that kind of happy?
Truly, truly happy.
Exactly.
And it doesn't have to be the same. You're right. It doesn't have to be what makes everybody else happy.
Yeah.
Because some people, those people that saying they're happy with those sometimes things is really not really happy. Because some people really don't know the definition of really what happy is.
True.
Some people's definition of happy is what they think other people are seeing when they look at them.
Okay, let's talk about that. That's validation.
Okay.
That's a form of validation. And happiness comes from within.
But everybody says that and they don't know what that means. Some people say, oh, happiness comes from, they give that advice like, if something happens in your life and it makes you sad or stressed out or overwhelmed or at a loss and you're grieving through it or don't know how to handle it. You don't know how to cope. You don't know other people out that you share that information with, they be like, okay, happiness comes from within, which it does.
Right.
But some people don't know how to take that because they feel like they had so much happiness in that, with them. So now that part of happiness is gone.
Well, here's the thing. Again, external validation. Yeah, that thing added to your life. It brought happiness to your life. It added on to what you should have already had. In a previous podcast episode, I said it's unfair to not be happy but want to bring another person into your life to create that happiness for you. A lot of people don't understand it because they haven't created it for themselves. You sitting back, oh, woe is me, and oh, no, you have to change your mindset. It's a mindset issue.
It is. And you know what I've noticed? Sometimes when I'm like overthinking, I'm gonna add this, overthinking things,
I'm gonna look up
feeling the emotions of the loss or the argument or the whatever. I guess it's refocus. You need to refocus or redirect the focus. It really consumes like everything. Like I'm not able to function properly the way I'm supposed to, or express, or be the friend or the mom. Like you really can't really be a good mom when something gets you off track like that.
Yes.
But like the external validation, I don't know if. I guess tell me, because I don't know. A lot of people do go through this. They say they cannot imagine life different from what it is or what it's been. Be it being in a job for 30 years and something happened, you got let go. Or you got hurt at the work and you can't do that job anymore. Or being in a relationship that you saw the future in, and now that's gone because of something that happened in the present.
Right.
But it's hard, like everybody deals with it different. So when you change your mindset, that's temporary.
True. But here's the thing. What am I changing my mindset to? Because now your focus is on them. Let's shift the focus back onto me.
Yes.
How about we write some things down? What am I feeling in this moment? Be honest with yourself. Why am I feeling this way? What am I lacking in this moment? How can I give myself what I'm lacking?
Yes.
So you can't, you have to grieve the way you thought it was going to be. People confuse grief with I'm never going to be happy again.
Yeah.
Or I'm never. First of all, you speaking it.
Yeah.
Because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. If you speak it, I'm never going to. You're
Yes.
never going to.
Because you're not going to have that
If you-
in you to even try to. Yeah.
If you think yourself sad,
Yes.
a friend of mine always say you can think yourself happy.
Yes, that's true.
So let's stop giving our power away to fleeting things.
Yes. Say it again.
Let's stop giving our power to fleeting things.
But you know what? People think that women only go through these type of thoughts.
No.
So men do. I'm gonna say this. Men are sometimes, sorry you guys, oblivious to our other people's feelings, because sometimes they take things or comprehend what we're saying so much differently than what we're trying to
Well, that's
to
pride.
give. Okay. All right. So and then men, and then just. And then we get mad about that. And we want to control, what you said, self-control. We want to control what they think and what they understand and what they display to us.
Right.
And that makes us be distracted again.
Yes.
So it's all distractions.
It is. And, dang, you just said something. Going back to the control aspect of it. So I
We want to
did
control.
purchase the Let Them book from Mel
I got it
Robbins.
too. I started listening. I love her.
Yes.
But here's the thing. I was listening to her, bits and pieces of her for years.
I have been too.
And people would say, you would see her coming up on the little things, Mel Robbins. She did a podcast interview with one of my favorite people, Trent Shelton. Do you
Okay,
listen?
I gotta go back and listen to that one.
I love him.
I gotta
so
listen
when
to
I
that
saw they did something, this was maybe a year or two ago. Go back and listen to that.
Okay,
one.
I gotta
But it's
go
just
back and
real energy, just common people talking about real life things. You don't have to. If you experience things, of course we all experience and deal with things differently. But to hear the different aspects and point of views and how you overcame those things and those feats. It makes so much sense, and you be like, "Oh my God! If they went through this and they're able to express it and not embarrassed to say it, because that's accountability. Because sometimes, especially with Mel Robbins, she's very accountable.
Yes.
And I love that.
But she had to get to that.
She had to get to that.
That takes work. That takes, again, you
Reflection.
finding your inner peace. A lot of people stay the same because they don't want to deal with the uncomfortability of a thing.
Yeah.
They don't like the uncertainty of a thing. So I would rather stay in my hell, my painful hell, than try to go to a peaceful heaven because I'm comfortable here. I want to sit in my misery. I want to sit in my mess. Like, that's insane to me. Why?
Yeah, I don't want no mess. I hate mess. I
do too.
I hate mess. Just like you talked about the bed. I cannot stand if I'm rushing and everything like that. If I'm rushing and then the kitchen is a mess, right? Or my room a mess. My room can be a mess, but if the rest of the house is a mess, I can't. It does something to me.
Yeah.
So that's like with your life. If your life is messy and raggedy, it's gonna come out in how you perform, how you act, how you carry out your duties and your purpose or whatever you're supposed to be doing,
Right.
or even if you can.
Right.
But the mess, I don't want to sit in mess.
And so what are you, not you, but what are
period.
you going to do about it? I'm trying to find
Life
this.
just not made for us to
Right.
be in a mess, so, especially
We
if you
can't
have a
live
choice.
there. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the thing about choice. Again, like I just said, they choose to sit there. You have to be so fed up with your BS that you know what, I can't take this another second, another minute, another month, another week, another year. I have to be so fed up in my mess to where now I have to go do the digging on the inside of me. For instance, I was dating has been so trash. But anyway, I was dating somebody and he wouldn't answer the phone for me and it was triggering. But I'm like, why? Why? He could be asleep. He could be doing any X, Y, and Z, a number of things. And I had to think about it. I used to call my mom to come get me from my grandmother's house, and I'm so ready to go. She would never answer the phone for me. So that child, the inner child in me, is being triggered from that moment from with and so it's affecting me as an adult. Oh, okay, so what do you need to give yourself, Shatina, so you won't be so anxious when somebody doesn't answer the phone? And it's not just in dating. It could be my homegirl. It could be you. I call you. You probably don't call me back to the next day, possibly. Even the likelihood of that happening is
No,
not
it's
to know.
just, yeah.
But if I call like, dang, Did I say something offensive to her
Yes.
last time I saw her?
I remember you talking about something like this. And that means that it shows up. And you're aware, though.
Exactly.
But it shows up, but then you're aware. I remember you talking about this. And we probably talked about something similar on a previous past podcast because you said those type of things bring out, you could feel the little girl. The little girl getting...
She trying to run the show and control. What Mel Robbins say with the let them theory. You have to let them do whatever it is they want to do. Let them talk shit about you. Let them be miserable. Let them not invite you. Let them. The only thing that you control is what I let me do. So the book said your response is either going to hurt you or empower you. When your response hurts you and you give it that much energy to, I'm going to match that energy, you giving them your power, love.
Yeah.
Opposed to me, let me stop. Let me sit in this. She said it take 90 seconds for you to have an emotional reaction. You let that 90 seconds pass and don't engage with the negative feelings and emotions that you have, pass away. How many times have we acted within those 90 seconds and you just go off the rails?
10 seconds.
You just go off the rails.
But it's to people that I care about, and it's wrong. That's the self-control part. And we probably talked about this before because I'm gonna own that. People who know me know I'm gonna go down the rabbit hole. But the problem is I can feel my ears getting hot.
Really?
I can feel it. I'm so upset because I'm not in control of what you're supposed to be saying, doing, or reacting the way I think that it should be.
Right.
Ain't that crazy?
But here's the thing. It is. So why are we trying to control what they do, what they say, how they are? Just let them.
Let them. Mel Robbins, we're shouting her out because that is a good book. We just talked about her. She did a little speech on what it was TED Talk that Rhonda let us TED Talk.
It was TED Talk. That was her first one.
Yeah, we saw that, and then we were talking about let them, which is all across everywhere now. It's across, the internet. It's across the Audibles, the podcast. It's across everywhere. It's talking about let them. I saw it on the commercial.
The let them theory.
It was just it was 3 books showing of what you should be watching or listening to, and let them was one of them.
When I say that book is so amazing, I'm sitting there like, wow.
So I only got through the first maybe 40 minutes on Audible. So I'm
on chapter 10 on Audible.
Okay. What's something else that stood out in there that can help us?
Oh, it's so many. I wish I would have.
We could talk about we'll just talk about some more later.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm reading like three different books overlapping right now. One of them is on prayer, and one of them is from my book club, and then to let them.
One that stood out to me is, I wanted to be a content creator so bad. And Rhonda would even help me like recording, taking videos. And I won't post nothing. When I tell you I got so much content in both of my phones, I will not post nothing.
Yeah, I have.
It's a perfectionism thing. Mm-hmm. She said, you're giving someone else's opinion more power than you becoming the thing that it is that you want to become.
Yeah, because their opinion, if they don't like it, they don't need to watch you, and their opinion doesn't matter to you. You should grow. You'll grow, and if that bothers you, then you figure. If you say go back and look at whatever you're doing and say, okay, is that true? Most stuff is not true.
Exactly,
and we let other people's opinions feed into us and poison our thoughts to make us think it's true. So let them.
And we create a scenario that's completely false around. Oh, well, she gonna think this. Oh, well, he gonna think this. Oh. Who cares? This is your social media page. Who cares?
Yeah, let them.
You're trying to give a message
and block
out.
them. Block somebody if they say something wrong.
But who is them? They don't. Rhonda, who is them? Yes. Like nobody knows.
But that's the other thing. So that's the other thing about certain things just like this. Like even with the podcast, I have so many people that now I want to reach out to because I want them to be on. And I was like, okay, what if they say no, no, I don't want to be on. But wait, let's wait a little while till you're more, progressed or more big and established. And why would that come across my mind? Because that's what I'm thinking. And I asked one person and she was like, absolutely, I've been waiting for you to ask me.
Fear of rejection.
Ain't that crazy?
It's the fear of rejection.
It is.
So we reject ourselves and our mind first. That way, when we go, it's validating our inner critic that says, see, I told you she wasn't going to want to come on your other show. No way.
And isn't that crazy? Because even in Power Moves, when we were talking about Power Moves before, which I finished, she talked about why do we let the uncertainty dictate what we know to be already. We know stuff to be true. even if it's a different circumstance, but you know that the outcome, something always good will come.
Always.
But you let the uncertainty and the fear and all these other kind of things,
It's fear-based.
all of it is, surround or dictate your moves or lack thereof because you were worried about what somebody else is going to say or how they're going to accept you or whatever. Or if they don't feed it, if it goes nowhere, you're worried about what's the problem if it doesn't go anywhere yet? What's the problem what's the problem if somebody criticizes it?
Yeah.
What's the problem if you don't make any money from it yet? It's something that you're stepping into, and
Exactly.
who told you it's supposed to take 3 months? Who told you it's supposed to take 6 months? Who told you it's supposed to take 6 years? Most people that do something, they'll see the fruit of it years later, but they have to really pour into it.
Right.
I was actually talking to somebody else. They were talking about how they want this person to be with them. They knew them for 10 years. This is another relationship type thing, but it's just more relatable too. They knew the person. They had tried to be in a relationship with them for past 8 to 10 years. They messed up. They tried to get back with them. They resented that person because they didn't get with them before. So those years messed up. They asked them, they said, why can't you just be with me right now? I'm ready now. All these years have passed and you hadn't shown anything, you hadn't poured anything, and you hadn't repaired anything. So my question to her was like, why would you even consider that? So she said she told the guy, she said, if you're not going to pour into me, you're not going to nurture me. She said she told him, which is good. You're not going to water me. She said, because you can't just put a seed out there and expect right now, grow.
It's going to grow.
You can't put something in the oven and say, be ready. You can't do anything like that. So she said she told him, he was like, I told you we've done all this before, but I'm not waiting. Either you're going to say yes or you're not, and you're going to miss out. Okay, peace. But I don't know what they're doing right now. But how? Most people do. They want right now satisfaction.
Selfish.
But after they've already paved the way to show you that their patterns and behaviors are not for you, but then now you're ready because you don't want to lose them, or you thought now your head is on straight.
Well, you don't want her and you don't want nobody else to have her. It's a control.
But I hope, But I mean, so many of us women, we get, again, distracted.
Yeah.
Distracted. But I think one thing to help us with our distractions is if we know what our purpose and our passions, where they lie.
True. And that's going to be you digging within yourself. Because, not to go biblical, but Samson and Delilah, you remember Samson. So from the time Samson came out, he wasn't supposed to, I'm going to make it very brief. He wasn't supposed to touch an unclean thing, a dead thing. He killed a lion with his bare hands. Next day, you go back. Sometimes we go back. That's when we mess up.
Yeah.
When he went back, it was honey in the carcass. God said you ain't supposed to touch nothing dead. Mike Tyson said, how many of us I want to land up next to something because there's some honey on it and it's sweet, but it's dead?
That's true.
How many of us are laying next to dead things because it's sweet?
Ooh.
What are we doing here? Who raised y'all?
Ooh.
Rhonda.
But that's good. That's true. But at the same time, people have to do things and learn things at their own, rate.
True.
And they have to be fed up with whatever the situation is.
But what lens are you looking at life through?
Yeah.
Are you looking at it from a broken, just like a filter? You see the real you. That's the you that God created us to be. But you got a filter over your, from your experiences, your surroundings. That's the filter that you're looking through life at with a lens now. And your fear.
Yeah.
So what lens are we looking at life from? Because guess what? If we don't change let me read you this. To truly heal, you are going to have to change the way you think. You are going to have to become very conscious of negative and false beliefs and start shifting to a mindset that actually serves you. Not serves other people, not serves what they think, not serves Tom, Dick, Harry, Sarah, Susan, John.
Right.
What you think, because ultimately, in order to keep your power within yourself, you have to honor you. Is that a good thing to say? Honor you above somebody else's thought process of you, their opinions of you.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, I hope somebody listens. That's so true, because some people get so stuck in that.
And suffocating, drowning.
Oh, that is so true.
But
I'm
they
just
stand next to the dead thing because it's honey on
Oh,
it.
it's so sweet. It's so sweet. Yeah, and it's gonna end up being sour. It's
I
so
know,
good.
but if we focus, find our purpose, find what drives us on the inside of us, if we get in our own hearts, clear the clutter out, the things
mess.
of life, the mess of life, then you can get to the core of who you are. It's going to be hard. It's going to be messy. It's going to be painful. But oh, baby, when you come out on the other side of it,
Yeah.
it's almost like lights just shining through the darkness, little by little, until now you just have a whole little space.
Yeah. Are you saying it's? I can see this is pure. Are you saying it's because you felt that change and that? Yeah.
And I still have work
We
to
supposed
do.
no. We supposed. It's ever changing.
Yes, evolution.
Yeah, it's ever. But here's the thing. It's ever changing when you start the process. If you never start, there's no, it still stays insane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you don't do any change, or try to see any different results, it still stays chaotic. It still feels bad. It still feels like I'm not getting anywhere in life or in love or in finances, whatever. If we don't do the change, if we start the process, it's always, and we're true to it. It's ever changing, and you're gonna slip up,
Yeah,
and you're gonna
yeah.
fall back. Sometimes you're gonna go back. We're human, and if we operate in our heart more so than our mind, sometimes we do go back.
Exactly.
And if we align our heart and our mind, we have to control that,
Exactly.
and we have to have something, a foundation to do that. So
Right.
over this past year, I know that we should say we have seen some growth. I know I have.
Oh, I definitely
And then,
have.
I know you have. I mean, some growth in happiness and some growth in cutting things off and some growth in seeing who we are on the mistakes that we keep making and we want to stop making. But at least it's so much growth, and it can start from being as minute as just saying, okay, I know.
Yeah.
And it can be as big as saying, I'm done with that.
Right.
It could be as, you know what I'm
And
saying?
anywhere in between.
Anywhere in between. And so as long as it's a little a little bit, and we're saying, because I'm not trying to speed is not my goal.
See, that's my problem.
See,
it's
it's
my
not-
patience. It's my thing.
Okay,
Like,
that's good.
I'm so ready to,
Yeah.
because I've lived my life like that. Always
Yeah.
anxious, gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta do that. And the thing that I've learned in my growth is how to love on me.
Yeah, and you can
If I
see it though.
fumble-
You can see it in
Yeah.
people when they're loving on themselves.
Right. You fumble, give yourself grace and compassion to get back up, to get right back in the race.
Yeah.
It's not given to the swift or the strong. It's given to those who can endure and endure until.
Baby, we're enduring. We're enduring.
Right.
We just talked when we came in the door before we got recording. We were talking about and how it's just thing after thing, and we can't control certain. Can't control. I had my dad pass, and there's no. When he got better, I didn't think it was gonna happen that fast. Then stuff with my brother, it's like you never know what's coming. You never know what's coming. It could be
Right.
some. I'm used to things happening to me, so it's like, but the people that I care about, it's just kind of hard to, just like they were saying,
Watch.
hard to watch, hard to wake up the next morning and say this is real.
Right.
That's what was so hard for me. It was like, and it kind of took me back. I don't remember feeling like this since my granddaddy passed. And it was like, okay, every morning you're like, okay, really, this is real.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was the crazy part for me. Even with the thing that happened with my brother, which I won't get into right here, but this is real.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna step up and be there for him, and then. I think that's what we have to do is like how it is real, but how we're going to get through the next hour, the next, in a positive way where it won't bring you down and not
Well, look at your
overwhelm yourself.
resilience. Your resilience in it all, Rhonda. Yeah, you woke up and said, this is real. You got up, you jumped in the game.
Yeah.
Put me in the game, coach.
Put me here.
You handled it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what we got to
So
do.
you're going to handle the next thing the same way you handled that. And the thing that comes after that, the same way. We're building our strength with this.
Yeah.
We're building our muscles. Muscles have muscle memory. So the next blow that life throw you,
Baby,
guess
I'm so
what?
used to blows. But yeah.
Woo.
Some of them I'm really tough. But then they say, that's true. That is good. Because remember we saw Priscilla Shire, she was talking about conditioning.
Yeah.
And I really didn't listen to her much before that conference. We went to the Zoe conference at Life Church. But I didn't really. I listened to her little what they call it, little
You know how
snippets,
they- yeah, they
snippets
come
or
on
whatever.
Instagram or
But I
YouTube.
never really sat and listened. She
Yeah.
was so good, and one of the big things I loved about how she talked about we're conditioned as we go. You condition yourself, and you're getting stronger
faith
and
muscles.
stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
You can't lift right now. I can't lift what I'll be able to lift later. I'm not gonna be able to handle. You are so good. I don't want to get
Ooh.
crazy. You know, like
Yeah,
biblical and
yeah, but that's
but it's
real.
true. This is like and I that sticks with me, and I try to share that with people. You know, even my daughter, because she just got president's honor roll at school, and she was so. I was like, why? She was like, I'm so. I don't want to be. I got a B+ or something, and I try to tell her I don't want you focused that hard on. You know, that just do good, but she wants to be at the top. So okay, keep aiming for the top. I was like that too, you know. But I don't want her to get like so into all of those things. But I tell her you condition yourself so you won't. If it does, I want you to know that there's a possibility you might not be on that president's honor roll next time. So just know that, you know, but you still be strong. You know, condition yourself for what you're supposed to be doing, because you could be helping somebody else get to that.
True, and as long as you're giving it the best you got. As long as you're giving it, and I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, I gave that 110%.
Oh yeah.
And if I do get let's say a A is 90 and I got an 89.9, I gave that 89.9 the best that I got. I'm not going to beat myself
regret.
up.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not going to beat myself up about it or nothing like that.
Yeah.
I tell Joshua the same. My son, he's the athletic. But he has a few hurdles he has to overcome. And I tell him, I said, Joshua, some people are naturally athletic. They have the skill. They have the momentum. I said, some people have to work a little bit harder. I said, which one are you going to be? I said, are you, if you're that kid that has to work a little bit harder, I said, you in there on the game, that's not going to do anything for you.
Right.
You have to put in that work. And you have to be consistent with it. That was my problem. That was my word last year, I believe. Consistency.
Yep, yours. Yep.
I have to show up for myself every day, because guess what? I have to show up for them. I have to show up for him. My son Joshua. I got to show up for me. If I don't show up, they fall by the wayside.
Right.
I don't have the option or the luxury to. I'm not gonna do this today. No.
Right.
Mayor Robin said you got 5 seconds to get out that bed and make something happen. On that 6th second, you're going to talk yourself out of it.
That's so true.
That was the realest thing I've ever learned from her.
Listen to let them. I know that's one thing. I thought of my word while we were sitting here, and I'm gonna keep. It ain't no action word. It's gonna be me.
Ooh,
I just thought about it.
that.
I'm gonna do that. That's my word this year.
Wow,
It's
I love that,
It's
and I'm
gonna
holding
be
you
me.
accountable too.
It's me.
Yes, I love
Because
it.
I was sitting there, I was like, oh, it just came. I was like, that's because I've never had that. Like I always say, do something else or work on, but me, I'm going to do all
Wow,
the things.
that's amazing,
Me.
Ron. Yes,
That's my word.
Yes, I'm here for it.
Okay, look, we're all, but look, I'm so glad. So what we're going to do, we're going to get our year together. We're going to be back in a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have all the topics. I want to really
Yes.
talk about, it's some things that I feel that this platform even is for, like sharing some of our hurdles, some of the things that we couldn't control that we did get out of. It's like I have something that I really do, and my therapist told me that I should share it because a lot of girls and women have probably experienced it. So I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to do it this year on here, and it's not anything that I'm going to be embarrassed about, but I want to use this platform for us to get there. And maybe 2-3 years, maybe somebody will hear and they'll be like, okay, that helped me.
Exactly.
Thank you for sharing that. And I've heard that already. So many people come back, Shatina, and they be like, oh my God, Shatina said this, and I listened to this, I know. And they say, and I it's so funny because we're not popular yet, right? But it seems like some people, they be like, look what I'm listening to. Somebody was listening to it in Chicago at work, and they showed on their iPad. Yeah. And then one of my other friends, she was like, I'm running, I'm listening to y'all. When y'all coming back? I said, we coming back. She was like, okay, well, take your time. Do you take your time? And she was listening to us. So, you know, that's 3-4 people. But still, I was like, oh my God. So the one person in Chicago, he had the iPad up and he said, look what I'm doing, listening to Rhonda and Shatina. I said, look, he said, trim the fat. So yeah, good. Yeah. What little encouragement do you have, or anything that you can say to close us out for today?
Let them.
We gonna do that.
Let them.
That's all we can do. I love that too.
And when they hear the book, when they read the book, they will see why.
Yes. We're going to talk about it more when we come back.
Yeah.
And we'll have more. And I hope, we're going to have so much more to talk about. I have so much planned. I got so much stuff. But me, that's my word.
Yes.
You all come up with your word for 2025.
Yes.
Apologize for being gone for so long for those who are listening or take time to listen, even if it's just through the Instagram reel. But thanks for listening to Trim the Fat. Follow. Share with someone that you think might benefit from listening to us. We have so much that we have planned and in store for the year to come.
Yes.
And see you next time.
Great things.
All right.
Peace. Great things.
Great things. All great things.